Angela, you were the victim of a burglary in your home in September 2017. One of the men who had burgled your house, Brian, he had asked to meet with any of his victims that were willing. Can you say what it was that made you decide to meet Brian?
I wasn't made fearful by, as some people might be, with a burglary occurring. So it was easy for me to sort of join in this process. And my main reason was, if somebody wants to try and change their life for the better, then we should all help.
The meeting happened at Rotherham Probation. How did it go for you? What was it like?
I think at the beginning it was sort of nervousness on both sides, but with a short explanation, I think that eased everybody into it. And I prepared some questions, some of which were quite personal, but Brian was willing to answer these just to help us both move on in some respects, I would think. And it helped me ascertain that he was really wanting to change. He'd come to a time in his life when he thought that was the right thing to do and felt he needed to. So there was probably a bit of respect on both sides there, that he was willing to answer quite personal questions. And I think after it, I did feel it was just useful for both of us to come to terms what we might have done to each other.
You came with questions, personal ones that he had already agreed that he was willing to answer, and you found mutual respect for each other through that meeting, and encouragement that he was willing to change, and that he was making an effort in that direction. How did that help you as a victim of crime?
I suppose really it was. I'm not one of these who felt sort of overawed by what had happened. So, as a victim of crime, probably it's a bit strong. I know I was a victim, but I don't feel the woe is me sort of side of it. But I just think it helped me to understand the bloke who'd done this and the reasons he was doing what he did do to help his own life through at that time. So it did help in respect of me reflecting on other people aren't as lucky as me, I suppose.
Thinking about other victims who might be considering to do RJ, what would you say to them about the process?
I suppose it is up to somebody. If people are really anxious, it's not for you to go ahead and think you're going to get some vengeance on somebody or make them uncomfortable. Because at one point we did both break down for different reasons. So that cleared the air a bit. That made him realise a bit more, and I'm breaking down now thinking about it. So you take some hankies. But yeah, it does do you good, and really it'll do the other person good, man or woman, if they truly believe and that you believe in them.